So listen, I start this off every time as like, I'm going to record you. If you say something stupid, this is pre-recorded. So it doesn't even matter. You can say whatever you want. You can say cock, dick, whatever the fuck you want. Because we can just edit it out if we want to, which is magical.
Do we need to, or can I just say cock dick the whole time?
I'm probably not, if whatever you say, probably not going to edit it out anyway, unless you say something that you don't want to be heard, you know?
Oh, I feel like if you have stuff that you don't want to be heard, you should do that before the podcast.
You shouldn't be alive.
Yeah, you shouldn't be alive.
I'm excited to have you here. I mean, well, I guess it's just you, so it's not, or the rest of you guys here. Let's just say the rest of your band is on those posters behind you.
Yeah. That's all of them.
But no, it's. I feel like we've had a connection for such a long time now. We've met in person, which is like I can't say that with everybody. With some of these bands that I've interviewed, which is very awesome. So here at Roadhounds, just so everyone knows, this is We Are Wolves. This is AJ. They're a very wonderful band. And if you haven't heard them, you should listen.
Please, I would love that.
Interview over.
Cool.
Hey, that was easy.
Right, that was great. Yeah, cock balls, all of that.
No, but it's great. I think your band is really awesome. I think you're moving the needle in such a correct way that it's kind of enlightening. You know, you guys are. One, I don't know if you're going to take offense to this, but you take yourself seriously and not at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful.
I mean, it's kind of like that's what made it's funny. I was trying to explain to somebody. They're like, your name's kind of cool, but it's weird. And I'm like, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be serious, but also not serious at the same time. That's why it's a fucking joke. It's
a great name. I mean, it's one of those things. Whenever I saw it, I was like, is it werewolves? Is it werewolves? Is it whatever? So it's
all of those.
Exactly.
Which is wonderful.
I like that, but it's so clever. Like, it's a clever name. And I think it's very interesting that it works. And I think, you know, you guys, the way you guys look and the whole epitome of werewolves or hot dog wolves, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I love it. My
incredible.
favorite part about the band name is just listening to other people say the band name.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's wonderful. And, you know, it's great to see you guys have, you know, I've watched you guys, you know, from the day we kind of crossed paths to very, very recent. It's nice to see you guys doing great. You know, it's like, you know, obviously I creep on your Spotify. You guys have great numbers. It's fucking big. And I guess actually the first question is, do you attest that to a lot of like the cover stuff, or are people really grasping onto your original, or is it a mixture of both?
I think it's kind of like, so the covers always seem to pull people in. And then I get this message all the time. People will find us and they'll be like, yo, I really like this one cover, but that original, I wasn't expecting it to be so good. And I'm like, it's almost like a backhanded compliment.
It really is. I mean, your guys, like your choruses are catchy as fuck. So I mean, I always say, like, I love Our Last Night. They're one of my favorite bands. I've known those guys since they started, because we were started at the same time. And right. I love that they're getting shit for the covers thing, because they're doing it so well. And it's making their numbers be ginormous. And then you go, like exactly what you're saying. You listen to this cover and you go, oh, this band is rad as fuck. I'm going to listen to their shit too, like the original.
I mean, it's to me, it's always been a weird kind of like stigma that, you know, you look at so many bands that have like blown up off of like one cover. And it's one of those things like, you're playing music. So like, what does it matter? Like if you're getting your footing in, like take for like a band like Van Halen. Like Van Halen started as a cover band. That's why a lot of their stuff in the beginning had covers woven into the album. You know,
it's true. Everyone. I mean, a band
like
Beatles,
the Beatles, Twisted Sister started out as a cover band. Like those dudes would go out and gig every single night to be able to fund their originals by playing all these covers, because those were where they would make the basis of their money. Yeah. For us, it's kind of like, it's not like we're, and not to knock Our Last Night or anything like that. I think they've built themselves a really great foundation, but I think people forget that before the covers thing, that they were a band for like 10, 15 years before that.
I think when I first met him, I think he was 14.
Yeah.
Like he was 14 years old. Like, I remember playing a VFW hall in like Virginia, and this kid, he's like, and I'm like, what is happening? And then it was like, like that week they signed with like Epitaph or something. And I was like, this is insane. Like, this is crazy. So yeah, I mean, I love the cover things because one, it gets you like when you're listening to a band that you've never heard any songs. Yes, they're good, but like that connection with a cover is great. And it gets you like, oh, I can relate to this. And I get the sense of the band in these covers. Live streaming's back. And you know where we're doing it? Over at Roadhounds. And it's fucking free. All you have to do is go to roadhounds.io and you go to the Metal City fucking free zone. That means it's free for you to come watch me be a complete idiot. It's pretty crazy. You can move the controls on your mobile screen with your hand, or you can use a keyboard. Just don't forget to take screenshots of your avatar because I want to see it. You can discover free media inside Rock City. All you have to do is look for some terminals and click on some shit. Now you can learn about all your new favorite bands and all your next new headliners. If you want to join our community of headbangers, all you have to do is subscribe. So you can get even more content by just subscribing at Roadhounds. So we're going to give you a free Metal City free zone. And then if you want extra super cool, awesome content, you just subscribe. We're going to make a positive difference to our music community. For once, finally, a positive fucking experience. I mean, that break stuff video is fucking awesome. I mean,
oh, you checked it out?
Of course I did. It's. I mean, all of your videos are very like creative and fun. Like if anybody's listening to this right now and hasn't heard of their band, please watch their videos. They're actually wonderful and they're very well thought out. They're fun. They're entertaining, and I think that's how videos should be.
Thank you. I honestly, they're mostly like my brainchild, working with way smarter and way more creative people. Like a lot of my friends in this the scene, a lot of them are really good like videographers and directors and stuff like that. I don't know if you seen the video for Sell Your Soul?
Which one is that? Hold on.
That's the Wolf of Wall Street video.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, so I got a little over ambitious with this one. It's like a 9-minute video. It starts out with an intro that takes place in like hell.
Oh, I see. I'm watching it. So Nick is our producer. So Nick, if you can interwove this intro of Sell Your Soul music video, this is. So do you guys do this yourselves?
Okay.
I mean,
so
obviously you have like people.
Yeah. So I made this with my friends Andrew Colton and my buddy Nick. My buddy Nick actually works in TV in LA. And he was actually the officiant at our wedding. His name is Nick Richmond. I had him fly in. He almost didn't make it for this. And this was something him and I worked on for 2 months, 3 months, actually, storyboarding. And so I'm a barber during like my day job and stuff like that. So every location that we got was all from clients like donating their exotic cars, boats, offices, and locations. And we were able to pull together this almost shot by shot recreation of scenes from Wolf of Wall Street. And the entire time I'm wearing like a devil face prosthetic because it's all about like demons. And it's about demons buying and trading souls to live lavish lifestyles.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the beginning takes place in hell. And it's that scene with Matthew McConaughey and DiCaprio at the beginning. And he basically gives you the rundown that it's a 3-minute joke to just kind of tell you that we're not doing cocaine in the video, that we're actually doing souls.
Smart. Hey, that's smart. This is wonderful. I would love that Ferrari. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
We got boats.
It's fun.
This is wonderful. Yes, Nick, if you can interwove some of this video, it is wonderful.
And the best part is my favorite scene. The end of the video is the infomercial from when Jordan Belfort goes like legit. And so we made an infomercial as the post credit.
Whose plane is this? Is it jet?
That plane, my friend, one of the guys that I worked with, his client builds planes. So he let us use this plane. And funny story, when we were there that day, we were supposed to have guns drawn on me when they were arresting me at the end. And we couldn't because Trump's plane was coming in that day. And they said they had snipers on the roofs. So if we pulled out a gun, we were going to get shot. Yeah.
Fair. It would have been good. It would have been good TV.
It would have been great press for us.
Hey, that would have been nice. This is a great video. So yes, everyone please watch it. We'll put little clips in and stuff like that. So, I mean, I love that your band is creative. And then that's what sets you guys apart is like, and your name has been coming up so much. Like, and I think it's very awesome. Did you guys do Octane? We were pushing heavily for Octane. We still haven't been able to crack that nut yet. Yeah. I feel like either someone you worked with was like asking me about some Octane stuff. And I probably forgot because
you know what? I think I had Tori reach out to you and ask you.
Probably. Yeah, maybe that makes sense. I do love Tori. Are you still working with Tori or no? Did you fire her ass?
No, we haven't fired her yet. Actually, Tori just started working for Atom Splitter. We are very, very excited for her. We are kind of in the process right now of creating an entire new album. I can speak candidly about this. It doesn't matter. We just went out to LA over the summer and we worked with Matt Malpass.
Awesome.
I don't know if you know who he is.
I'm pretty sure I do.
He's worked with Machine Gun Kelly, Blink-182.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So Matt, we went out to him with like a bunch of demo ideas that we had, which is kind of like almost pushing us more into alternative.
Sure.
And because we wanted to do something that was a little more unique and not so we got kind of bored.
Yeah.
You know, we did the metalcore thing. We were fun in metalcore. We tried to put a little bit of humor into the metalcore without overdoing it. We did a good job. People seem to like that. Then we shifted a little more into active rock. We're doing that right now. It's great. But now it's time to kind of go into something that's
do whatever the fuck you want.
More.
That's whatever the vibe.
And we made a bunch of weird stuff. Weird, but fun, but catchy and interesting.
So you have new music coming out is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, what we're doing right now is we're taking these 6 and we're shopping right now. We set goals this year to hit big numbers on Instagram, to hit big numbers on Spotify. And once we did that, you know, it puts us in kind of a different category.
You're ready for the label distribution talk is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's enough to go like knock on the door and wave a little bit and say, hi. Would you like to fund this?
That's very fair because then you can do videos all you want and you don't have to worry about taking out a second mortgage on your house.
That's all I want. I just want someone to take a chance on us so that I can go and make more things.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. I mean, so how are you? You know, again, so Roadhounds is a platform to support unsigned artists. Basically, I'm taking what we've done in the past. We're just amplifying it. So we do. So if you subscribe to Roadhounds, actually a percentage of the subscriptions goes to funding unsigned artists, like funding music videos, funding tours, funding new shit like that, studio time and all this stuff. So we're trying to figure out is how to help these bands as much as we can. And I'm looking at your numbers and they're wonderful. I mean, is this all organic? Are you hiring Spotify playlisting? Are you using ad spend? Are you guys getting creative? Like, obviously we're in a world where it's like, everyone's like, oh, I don't pay for playlisting. Like, fuck you. Everyone,
we're definitely doing playlisting. We're doing playlisting. We kind of shifted. So if you notice, we haven't put out a music video since, if you look, we haven't put out one since Titanium.
Yeah.
Because right now, unfortunately, we're in a position here where it's, okay, so people kind of digest content in micro bits, right? Yeah. So we kind of said, all right, well, we could either invest $1,500 into going and making this music video and calling in a whole bunch of favors, or we could take $500 and go make a bunch of micro content that'll last us throughout the whole month, still promoting the same single, and then use that other $1,000 that we were going to spend on the music video and then split it between ads. So what we've been doing is everything that we've been creating, we've been pushing. Everything that, you know, if it's a new release, we're trying to push that to every playlist and reactor and everything. We just had Franz watch our titanium video like last week, and he went nuts over it. I actually bumped into him backstage at Ice Nine, and that kind of like opened the door to us being able to do the reaction thing with him.
Yeah.
And so anybody like Hardcore Rakeem, just anybody that we can get eyes and ears on right now, it's very, very important, because if we want to be able to say no label bites and we want to be able to self-fund this, well, we got to feed the machine right now in order to start getting big returns that we can go, cool, now we can make a music video and we can promote it, because Spotify, not Spotify, YouTube has changed so dramatically that, back in the day, I could just throw out a music video and it would probably get like 50 to 70,000 on its own.
Sure.
But now you have to know where to put your money in all these different companies that are going to push your video, and what, a lot of these guys, you'll spend some money and now they're hosting it on their page. So you're not getting the views, but you're getting like the reach.
Yep. Yeah.
But you need the views.
It's crazy. I mean, it's one of those things where you're just like, where exactly is music going, and how are you figuring out how to move with it? So obviously there's archaic things of like putting out an album, now it's single once a month, feed the Spotify machine, do the thing, which is crazy because Spotify doesn't pay out shit, but you're utilizing that platform to try to grow your basis, because they're taking the basis of the numbers of Spotify to grow your worth and figure out your worth, which blows my mind.
Go to roadhounds.io and come hang out with me in the metaverse, while we watch live shows, we go through stores, maybe we'll give away some guitars, some drums, maybe some free root beer. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want, we're going to give it away. Go to roadhounds.io and subscribe now. Come hang out with me.
Just like
we came out of this pandemic like in a completely different facet. Like, people were digesting content deeper and faster than they ever had, because we were all trapped inside of our homes.
Yeah.
So coming out of that, where we're able to just go do things again, we're like, you can have a minute of my time. Show me something in 30 seconds that makes me grab. That's why we think about things in our videos. Like, you have to, if you're going to put out micro content, you have to have words there. Why? Because some people just sit in their work and not listen.
And if anybody's listening that sends me shit, I never have my volume up, ever, because I'm always working. I'm working all of the time, and I can, or I'm like on a call. Like when I'm on a call, like like some kind of conference call, I'm usually like scrolling through shit. I love when the words are on the video. It makes me so happy because I want to connect with it, but I can't listen to it.
Yes. So we have to focus more on being animated, jumping at the screen to grab your attention, and then making sure that there are words, whether it's, and this is one of the things that I've learned. CapCut is really great for this. You can put in your dialogue, and that'll be a different thing where all the words kind of like bounce.
CapCut?
Yeah.
Okay.
CapCut's great. CapCut's really changed the game for me, because we can take like our videos from, I can give you a rundown how it works too. It's so sick. So basically when you put your stuff into CapCut, right? Like say like you shot this video in like long form, and then you can put it right into the thing. It'll stay in 4K, and then you can do auto captions, right? From the video, and you can go in and manually fix ones that it fucks up. And then you can also, if it's a song with words, you can like, we just put one today where we were, some of the bands around the area, they got like this pyro machine. And so they were making a whole bunch of videos with pyro in it. Yeah. And we don't have that machine. So we were kind of making fun of them in a way. So we were like, there's an intro where I'm talking about how like we don't have the budget, so we had to improvise. And then my guy's walking by in the background with a hairspray and a lighter, and he's just shooting fireballs. Yeah. And then we made a music video where they're just like firing behind me while I'm pretending to sing. And so it's like
wonderful. I just downloaded it already. I already have it up on my computer.
It's worth paying for the premium.
Okay. All right. Anyone listening? CapCut. Pay for premium. CapCut, pay for the premium. It's worth it. You get so many different little editing tools for the videos. It's like a not bullshit kind of thing. Cool.
All of our videos are CapCut now.
I'm very excited about that. So you have new music coming out. We talked about that. And so what's the future what's 2024 looking like? All right, so you're shopping, let's say you get a label. What's, are you going to, is touring the main focus, or is what's the main focus of 2024?
It's hard to say. I want to get on the road like 100%. But at the same time, I also want to finish what I started. So like last year, we wrote like 30 songs, right? And so 4 of them made the 6 that we went to go record, right? So we came back and we started working on more songs. And we realized, oh, hey, these songs might not see the light of day for a year. So we need to write stuff to come out in the middle. So we basically in a year wrote half an album, 2 albums, and an EP.
Hey, prepared.
Yeah. And so we've just been kind of releasing them one by one, the ones that didn't make the album that are still fucking great songs, but they didn't fit that direction.
Yeah.
But they're nice. They're what I like to call bridge songs. So coming off of our album.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It kind of starts pushing people in the direction of where we're going. So it's like, do you like this? Follow me.
Yeah, I think that's genius. That's super great. So I do have a question. Are you gonna what's the name of the album gonna be?
I'm leaning towards Transformation.
Listen, I didn't even think you were gonna answer that. This is wonderful.
I think things way too far ahead. I also know what the first 3 music videos look like.
Hey, that means so when you start releasing them, I definitely want to have you back. I want to have this conversation because I'm fascinated how I always love talking to people and seeing how invested they are in their craft and because a band is not a band anymore. A band is a business. And I love listening to, I always ask the question, like, how are, what's your Spotify? How are you doing this? It's like, because a lot of bands are asking the same questions, but they're afraid to ask other bands. So I think it's a wonderful thing that you're like, yes, this is how we're going this way. This is how with the ad spend and CapCut. I think it's a wonderful thing to offer other artists that are also watching these things. So it's wonderful that you're knowledgeable about the business of what it is, and that's so important. And then it's like good business owner being in a band. Like it used to be flip-flop where it used to be like band 1, business second. Now it's business then band, which is unfortunate, but it's life and it's fine. So I think you're just really attacking it so intelligently, and it's quite amazing.
Well, I mean, thank you. And I really appreciate that. It's one of those things, like I'm one of those kind of like dorky, kind of like nerdy, like I come from a world of like, I grew up on vinyls and, comic books.
Fair.
Like I have Batman versus Predator here next to me, which I was reading while I was waiting for this to start. I'm an avid like toy collector. Like my apartment is ridiculous. I don't know if we can see all this over here, but I've got like just rows and rows of action figures, just
the pops
everywhere,
just everywhere,
just everywhere, all over. We got comic books on the walls.
Hey, so you're a nerd. It's cool.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. Like my brain works in a way where the second that I know the song is good because I'm already thinking about the
everything
that's going to go with it in the music video and what the music video is going to look like. And
what do you do?
Reminds me of.
What do you do outside? Do you own your own? Oh, you're a barber, right? Correct.
I'm a barber. Yeah.
Do you own your own shop or do you work for somebody else?
I own my own chair.
I can tell that you push your own business by the way you're talking. Like I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah. Like I know what that's about. I know that you have to sell your chair, you have to sell your time, you have to pay your fees. So you have to go out and bring your own clientele. And that's an entrepreneurship. And I can tell the way you're building your band is you are an entrepreneur. And it's the same thing. So like a lot of these bands like understand that you have to be an entrepreneur and you have to understand the value of bringing clientele into your chair.
Well, yes. And that's one of the things that excites me, but scares me at the same time about touring. And it's only because, and I've been trying to bestow this on the guys in the band. is that you need to have some side hustle that you can take on the road with you, because we're not going to be able to pay our bills doing this for the first like probably year to 2 years to who knows.
Took me 5 years.
5 years.
So sorry to break anybody's hearts, but I opened a store while I was in Motionless. I opened another store. I hustled and I hustled and I hustled, and it grew for better things that like the conversations that you're having is those things help and they lend hand. So start a business because you're going to learn how to grow your band bigger based on those things. And I think everybody should have those side hustles because it's going to help in all aspects of your life. So
especially one that you can take on the road, like photography, videography, I do hair. So like realistically going on tour and trying to do these little setups where I do like guest spots at different shops because tattoo artists do it. So why can't I? Or even VIP packages of selling and bringing like a pop-up kit where like, you can come and hang out with me for a half hour. I'll cut your hair and we'll have a conversation, because the best conversations I've ever had in my entire life have been behind my chair.
Yep. You're a therapist.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you learn a lot, but no, I think this is a great conversation. We could probably go on for 5 hours because I yap and I'll talk forever. But I think I would love to have you back. And so no one knows this yet, but we are announcing a live show very shortly, and I would love to have you guys on, and I would love to premiere some of your stuff. I'd love to help out, and I think you guys are going to do great things in 2024, and I do feel it.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. We're working so incredibly hard right now.
Good. So anybody that needs to find them, obviously they have Instagram, they have Facebook, they have TikTok, I'm sure, because they're adults, and unfortunately that's the way the world is. But make sure you go find them. We'll probably put the links somewhere in the sphere of what is happening right here. But no, AJ, I appreciate you, and I'm glad you made time for me.
I'm glad you made time for me and let me on this show. We should continue this again another time.
We definitely will.
All right, brother. Well, it was great. Thank you so much.
This is a virtual city where metal culture thrives, and to be honest, there's nowhere else like it. So we want to show you what it's all about, and all you have to do is go to roadhounds.io and just subscribe.